Alright, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Casimir here, and today we got us a very special video involving Pokemon Go. I know today is Wednesday, and I promised to have the series be on Tuesday, but because of the holidays and all of that other goodness, I was not able to record, and quite frankly, I did not have any Pokemon to evolve after last week. I did go out with my incense, and I went to the store, and on my way there, I just put the incense on to try and find some Pokemon as I walked, because after every 50 meters or so, a Pokemon should spawn. I found a few things. Unfortunately, there wasn't too much that was exciting, besides the Pikachu that I found. That was a holiday one. I don't know if I just had a video player over or anything, but with this episode, it's definitely a very special one. But before I get into that, let's go over to our items. I spent $20 on Pokemon Go, and I do not regret it at all. In fact, here is the Google Play card that I got from the store today. Go ahead and use this QR code if you want, I dare you. Probably can't even see it, doesn't matter because I already used it. With this one, you can see that I take advantage of this new holiday thing going on where every Pokestop you spend for the first time today, you'll get incubator. So if you spend one Pokestop, you get the incubator, and you can use that for one time only. Along with that, I did buy I took advantage of the sale they had going on, so now I got a bunch of incubators sitting here ready to be used, and I got some that are already in use. And I took advantage of this special box sale, and I did not regret it whatsoever. I bought, I think, 8 of these, and then I upgraded my bag storage and my Pokemon storage upgrade. And yeah, that's something that shows how much I'm dedicated to the series, because congratulations, I just added longevity to it by making some big purchases like that. But today's episode is going to be very special because this isn't an episode I want to gear towards evolutions only. It's kind of going to be an episode based on story time in a way. As requested by Nightmare, the only one who really said that he wanted to see the Nidoking story. So I'll be giving that story and other stories I've had playing Pokemon Go alone. And then the second part video will be about me giving my stories that I play with other people. Because people always ask me, yo Chasm, how come you have over 500,000 Stardust? How come you have so many Pokemon that are ready to evolve? How come you have such great hair and such great facial hair? Well, maybe not the last part, but I am always asked about how come I have so much with this game. And with these stories, I hope I can kind of shed light on that. So first things first, let me go to my items. Let me pop a lucky egg. Good thing we got one lucky egg left, because we need to go buy more. Alright, let me pop on the lucky egg, and then let me go to my Pokemon, and let me find something that's going to be cool to evolve. Alright, let's start off with... Alright, we'll start this day off with a nice and powerful Eevee, because who doesn't love a good Eevee? Now let's get into these stories. Alright, it's not going to be done in any specific order. Instead, I think I may save the Nidoking story for maybe in the middle or towards the end. But with this first evolution, it's going to be a Jolteon. Alright, let's get right into it. I think the first story I want to give is... look at this. I got a list right here. And I think a story that is going to be pretty fun to talk about will be how did I get so many candies for Magikarp? The reason I got that many candies is because in Chicago, we're near a lake. If you look on the map of Chicago, you see that we got one of the Great Lakes, Lake Michigan, literally as our source of water and the beach and whatever. So we have this place called Navy Pier for those who never been to Chicago. It's a big tourist site. I went there because I knew from just the location that it's in that it'll have a ton of Pokemon that are water type, and who doesn't love good water type? So I went there in hopes of getting a ton of Magikarp candies, which was a success, I should say. I think before I went up there, I only had I had like 100 or so, based on the place I go to, which will probably be kind of talked about here in this video, but mainly talked about, we talk about in the second part of this video. But I went to the same place. My friends told me to stay there for another hour that I met there, or I tried Navy Pier. And you know what? I decided to go up there after a half day of school. So I went up to Navy Pier. I stayed up there for about 4 hours, believe it or not. Like, I got there around noon, and I didn't get home till about 6 o'clock because I spent the hour or so trying to find a way back home from Navy Pier because the train system in Chicago is really bad near that area, so you kind of gotta walk here and there to get to this place. So while I was out there, I got over 200 Magikarp candies. Like, I just kept going around the place, around and around and around, getting Magikarp candies non-stop, getting Squirtle candies, getting some other cool Pokemon. They had Scyther out there, they had Voltorb. It was really, really nice to be out there and to find so many Pokemon that were really, like, unique to the area that I'm in. Like, a lot of these 10K eggs that hatches, you won't really find them in the Chicago area. You'll find a lot of Jinx, but other than that, I guess the second highest would be Onyx, which I actually found the same day while I was on my way to Navy Pier. So with that story, you kind of understand how I got a bunch of Magikarp candies, and that was over 3 months ago. I just been farming up Magikarp candies by just walking with a Magikarp buddy. I probably could have walked with another buddy and have a ton more candies, as evident by the Dodio and Mankey I just showed. My Dratini count is at 72, which was not bad because I got a few Dratini on my way up there. And I think another story I should talk about right now before time really runs out is I had a funny story where yeah, I'll talk about this. Near my school there are 2 parks. One of them is called Sheridan Park and one of them is called Ringo Park, I believe. But these 2 parks, before when Pokemon Go was still starting out, Sheridan Park was known as a Charmander nest, and the other park, by just being there by experience, I found out that they had a lot of water types, specifically Squirtle, and they also had an Abra nest. So during my time there, this could technically be a story where I play Pokemon Go with another person, but you know what, screw that. I consider this a story personally for me. One night we had a parent-student thing, or whatever, I forgot what it was about. It was kind of about college and financial aid preparation and all that crap. So instead of going home and like wait for my mom so we could just go out there together, I decided to go and have a little adventure on my own. So I had Pokemon Go open. I kind of went to the near 7-Eleven, well, kind of an unconventional one, because there's 7-Eleven about half a mile from my school. I decided to walk a different direction to check out that area, at the same time find a 7-Eleven. But before I did that, I went to the second park, the Ringo Park, where they had Abras there. There's 3 Abras that spawned there, and I unfortunately only caught 1 out of those 3. So after I walked past through that area, and I was on my way to this new Target and 7-Eleven and all that stuff, I came back to the school to, like, you know, sit there, rest, and get ready for this event or whatever. So on my way back, I saw that there was an Abra on my radar, and I was like, you know what? Screw it, let's go after it. I went to the Abra nest. I tried to catch the Abra. I didn't catch it. And on my way back, I noticed on my radar there was a Blastoise in the area. I was freaking out because I did not expect to find a Blastoise in the area. I found Squirtle out there, of course, but I just didn't, you know, expect to find a Blastoise that day. So I was kind of like freaking out. So like I was walking around the area. I walked past this lady, and then when I looked back, I saw that she was playing Pokemon Go too. So I went back and I asked her, did she know that there was a Blastoise in the area, and she found it? She said no. So we kind of worked together to go look for the Blastoise. I watched Trainer Tips of Rock, so he kind of helped me out with the tracking at the time, which was if you're in the area and the Pokemon's on your map, they're within 200 meters of you. So, alright, let me get this Paris evolved. So, let's say right here on my shirt is where I was, and whatever else is the Blastoise. That means 200 meters around me, that was awkward, the Blastoise should be there. So if I walk straight up 200 meters and it's not there, I might well come back to where I started. If I walk 200 meters in the other direction and it's not there, which is bad luck, I can just walk back to where I originally started, and it'll either be to the left or to the right of where I'm at, in a nutshell. So I used this new method to help find the Blastoise. We ended up finding it, and me and the way he caught it. The Blastoise was at like 600, 700 CP. It wasn't the greatest thing in the world, but it was hyped to find such a rare Pokemon in such an unconventional area, because when you find Pokemon like that, you usually have an entire crowd of people, like in Times Square, running towards it. Alright, Bug by Solar Beam. Not bad, Parasect. Alright, another story that I kind of want to mention right now is... This is a kind of small one, but it's kind of funny. Near me, there's a park called Douglas Park, and that's like the main park that when Pokemon Go came out, that's kind of the main park I hung out at during the summer to find a lot of Pokemon that I catch. This park is like a really long stretch, covers quite a few acres of land, so I can just go to a different part of it. Some parts are worse than others, but I'll go to a different part and I may find certain things that are different than others. But one day I was just playing Pokemon Go, and throughout the park I was so fixated on finding Pokemon. Like I found near one of the gyms I found the Bulbasaur there, and then when I just kept walking, I decided to just keep going, and I found other stuff that was kind of unconventional. I found a Golbat, which Zubats are everywhere, but like finding a Golbat spawn at that time, it's kind of cool to see. Found a few Paras and whatnot. But the really funny part was that I was texting my friend Nightmare, and when I was walking by, I just noticed that there was 2 Hispanic girls in the park. And I was texting my friend, I was like, dude, there's these Hispanic girls, but I don't care. I gotta find me some more Pokemon. And then the funny part happened was that while I was walking, legit, like a minute after I said that to my friend via text, a Cloyster spawned. And after this Nidoking Queen, finally I got to register to my decks. Alright, 1484 with Poison Draft Stone. Not bad. Alright. Cool, we still got 6 minutes left to tell stories. Yeah, here goes the Cloyster. One of these spawned after I said that story. I'll let you take that as what you will. Just kind of found that entertaining to say. And I guess another story to just mention out here before it's too late was that at this place that I went to play Pokemon Go at, I had a really long day there and I was kind of tired, so I was on my way home and I took the train. On my train ride home, I noticed that at one of the stops, a few stops ahead of where I had to get off, I noticed that they had a Vaporeon spawn, and I was texting my friend, Nightmare again. I was like, dude, there's a Vaporeon. Should I get off or not? He basically said it was up to me. I was like, you know what? Screw it, I won't. So I went home, and when I got off the train that was at the stop near my house, on my radar, I see a Snorlax on there. I think I can get the screenshot up. And when I saw that Snorlax, I freaked out. Like, I was like, is the Snorlax here? Like, please don't tell me we're about to pass where the spawn point is at. Because when you're in the train, sometimes that happen. So when the Snorlax showed up, and it was still in the area, I jetted off the train. I ran down the stairs of the platform, and I ran outside. I ran every direction except the right one, looking for the Snorlax. I was freaking out, especially when at one point it didn't show up on my radar anymore. So I calmed down, and then I went to the one area that I didn't expect to find the Snorlax. And what did I find? The Snorlax spawn. This thing had over 1,000 CP. I was freaking out. I was yelling and everything. I threw one Ultra Ball and I caught it. And then I was a kid in the candy store because I cheered again, and then I ran home at full speed. And when I got home, I just couldn't believe that actually happened. Another funny story is that in that park that I caught the Vaporeon. I mean, not the Vaporeon. Where I caught the Blastoise, where I also caught the Vaporeon at. And I also found me a Snorlax while looking for a Vulpix, and looking at the clock here, I got 4 minutes left, so I kind of can't really get into detail about those stories. Kind of time for me to talk about the Nidoking story. During time Pokemon Go, like when I hit a certain level, I think it was like level 10 or so, like I started to get a lot more items like revives and potions, more so than Pokeballs. So when Pokemon Go first, I mean, not when it first came out. When I was one day on my, calling my mom, I think she picked me up from work or whatever. We were stopping to get gas at this gas station. Here we found a Jigglypuff, which I caught, and then at the gas station itself, it kind of proved the rumor where you can find fire types at a gas station, not really. But I found a Vulpix there. I used all my Pokeballs on the Jigglypuff and Vulpix, and right when we left from there, and we were leaving out of this place in Cicero where the gas station was at. We were driving, and then lo and behold, a Nidoking shows up, 1012 CP exactly. I remember this story because it pained me when I saw that Nidoking, and I had 0 Pokeballs. It was so brutal to like sit there and watch that happen. Like, I don't know why I don't have the screenshot, but I do remember the story because I told it hundreds of times to different people. This is something that really just, it hurt me inside to like see such a powerful Pokemon. I never had a 1000 CP Pokemon at the time, and then seeing such a Nidoking sit there, ready to be captured. It was not on my radar whatsoever. It just randomly spawned. It crushed me when I couldn't catch it. And I think after this gold deck, I'll sign off in this video because I think I just hit the 15-minute mark. I know some of these stories were a little lackluster and they were kind of rushed. Okay, we're still at 2 minutes left. I know some of the stories are kind of lackluster and rushed, but I wanted to just kind of give my opinion on a lot of stuff. I guess I could say that on my way home and on my way to school, I see a lot of interesting stuff. I actually one day almost got late to school because I saw there was a Dratini on my nearby list, and I was thinking, which one's more important, making it to my first class in time or finding Dratini? So I walked to go find the Dratini. For some odd reason, the game was freezing, server issues and all that crap. So I closed out the app, and then I opened it back up. Dratini wasn't there anymore. Instead, I think it was replaced with a Tentacool. So there's a moment where a Dratini slipped out my grasp, and I guess that's the way to end off this first part of the video. I want to thank everyone for watching. If you enjoyed this part, you're going to love the second part, because the second part is going to have some interesting stories that I can't wait to describe, and it involves not just me, but some people I met playing Pokemon Go and playing with other friends. So yeah guys, I hope to see you guys later for the next episode part. I got a minute left in this lucky egg, but you know what, I'll just sign out. The gates are open, and nice watch I got for Christmas, and I guess I gotta go close them, so bye.